everyone, welcome to the first ever Strobe My Ride video for YouTube and other social media platforms. Been dreading this moment for quite some time. I didn't go to school to make videos. They didn't teach us in high school because back then we didn't have cell phones or smartphones, or I can't even remember what we had back then. But definitely nothing as fancy as this. I picked up all of this fancy blogging, video recording stuff on Amazon Prime Day a while back, set it up and said, oh my God, I haven't a freaking clue how to use it. Came in here yesterday and figured, it can't be that hard. I spent several hours recording several videos and absolutely got nowhere. And then this morning said, you know what, we're going to get this done. And mostly we're going to get it done because I finally got an email this morning saying that the bulk of my stock is arriving today and the rest later this week. We'll talk about that later on, but I've been waiting for this stock for well over a month now. I'm not sure what was worse, being a kid on Christmas Eve waiting for Santa Claus to come, or being a grown man and waiting for stock to come so you can actually start running your business, which you'd hoped to do several months ago. But anyways, if you're the first person watching this, I appreciate it. If you're going, this guy is gabbing on too much, yeah, I do have the gift for gab. I promise as I do more of these, they'll get better. But I just want to say that I appreciate you coming and checking out the first Strobe My Ride video. And, you know, other than using the excuse that I didn't know how to use all this fancy lighting and gimbals and rigging and that kind of stuff, I had also ordered some Strobe My Ride branded clothing, which I hoped would have been here. But those that know me know that I live in plaid most days anyways. So for the first video, you just get a regular Carhartt plaid shirt. And then hopefully for the next ones in a few weeks, you get some nice Strobe My Ride. So you're probably going, what is Strobe My Ride? That's a great question. We'll get to that in a second. You can barely see the logo behind me. Funny story, I watched so many famous bloggers on YouTube to learn how to set up a half-assed home studio office type thingamajigger to film these videos. They said mount your TV nice and low. They even gave the measurements. In true man style, and yes, ladies, we don't often read instructions and we often do things wrong, mounted the TV way too high, and now I got to spend some time lowering it later on, but that is part of the logo that you see behind me. And anyways, basically at the bottom of the screen you can see it says born from the front line. We'll get to that in a few minutes. We are proudly Canadian. You can see the Canadian maple leaf there. But basically, Strobe My Ride is a rebrand of a company that I started back in spring of 2022, known as fleetsafetyproducts.ca. Really what I brought to the Canadian market was the USA, Texas, Phoenix Industries brand of lighting, emergency warning lighting for police, fire, ambulance, tow, construction, all those kinds of markets. It really turned into be more of a hobby than it did a business. I spent more time and passion putting money into it than I really received out. But it really gave me the opportunity to start a Canadian entrepreneurial business, get my feet wet, learn lots of lessons the hard way. Fast forward to now, basically fall 2025, rebranded as Strobe My Ride. I just thought it was more fitting. And basically what Strobe My Ride is it's the latest, greatest Canadian business entrepreneurship that is bringing emergency warning lighting to the Canadian market at a fraction of the price that anybody else is selling stuff for in Canada. As far as I'm concerned, a lot of the big box stores are absolutely overcharging by crazy percentages to give our road safety heroes and first responders lighting they need to stay safe on the side of the road. That's really where my roots came from. I was in law enforcement for the better part of 10 years, both as a city constable and a highway patrol officer. I've responded code 3 to many calls and know the importance of loud sirens and effective lighting to clear traffic out of the way. I've spent many times on the side of 400 series highways, being blown past at 120 kilometers an hour and, you know, feeling absolutely unsafe. And I've attended several, almost way too many, fatal collisions. And, you know, as a result of that, I guess I can proudly say that I suffer from PTSD. As a result of that is the reason I got out of law enforcement. I live with PTSD every single day. I'm a survivor of PTSD. It's not fun. Anybody that has depression or anxiety, I relate with you. It's probably what's cost me the last 2 private jobs that I had. So when I left policing, I got into fleet safety and driver training at some major North America-wide construction companies. And let's just say that moving forward, the only HR person that I have to deal with is myself, because the person behind Strobe My Ride is me, myself, and I, although I'm supposed to say, I guess, us or we. But that's it. This is a one person show running Strobe My Ride. The goal behind that is to keep the costs as low as possible so that you can buy the best quality emergency warning lighting and still save a pile of money in now that you know what Strobe My Ride is, and I've briefly told you about my past careers, I guess a name would be helpful. So my name is Kerry, and I'm the doer of all of the things. As I mentioned before, this is a one-person show. The goal is to keep the costs as low as possible so that I can keep as much money in your pockets at the end of the day. When I say the doer of all the things, LinkedIn wants me to call myself the founder and CEO. I highly doubt I will ever use that title other than on LinkedIn, but really the doer of all the things. I've founded the company. I do all the emails, I answer all the phone calls, I do all the ordering, I do all the shipping, I do all the receiving. You're going to be stuck looking at this ugly mug on these videos, product demos, that kind of stuff, but I'm Kerry, I'm behind this brand, and that's who, if you reach out, you'll be dealing with. So one of the questions that I've been getting a lot as I've been building up my social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, even though I still haven't quite mastered TikTok, and the follow along for that is at Strobe My Ride. One of the questions I'm getting is, okay, so you're going to offer cheaper, top quality warning lighting. Like, how are you going to do that? You can't decrease the prices of Phoenix and, you know, the big 4 lighting companies out there being Wayland, Sound Off, Federal Signal, and Code 3 that have been around for years and years and years. No, I'm not competing with them. Those are still the best in the market. If you're a government agency or a government-funded agency, you more than likely can afford the top 4. What I'm trying to get done here is to meet the middle market where, in my opinion, there's a void. So you have the top 4, you have the Amazon special, which unfortunately the Amazon special, yeah, you can get a mini bar for $39. Guess what? It's probably not class 1. It's probably not SAE J845. Those are compliance ratings for main lighting in Canada. It's probably going to shit the bucket after a couple months or a year. You probably don't have any warranty. The lens is going to yellow. Anyways, I'm not saying that stuff on Amazon isn't worth buying. There's different markets for different folks. The market that I'm trying to offer here to you fine folk is, again, not the top 4, not the Amazon special, right in between. So still offering the Phoenix Industries top of the line lighting. In my opinion, they're now part of the top 5. So you're adding that to the top 4. But if that's still outside of your price range, because they do offer some fairly heavy tech features and that kind of stuff, then really what I'm going to be offering you is what's called the Patrol Line series. It's my own brand. I've been working with manufacturers since the spring of 2022. I brought in several demos and different products and literally dunk tested, freeze tested, salt tested, let these things run for hours, days, weeks, months, even a year to see how they perform. And I've finally landed on a couple of manufacturers that have put together a kick-ass custom product. I'm branding it the Strobe My Ride Patrol Series line. It's literally got my logo laser engraved right into it. That's how much I believe in it. And it's going to be backed by a no BS warranty. If it breaks within the warranty term, if it stops working, if something happens, you reach out, we get you fixed up with another one, we move on. I'm not looking to have you buy something like you would on Amazon. It breaks after their 30 or 60 or 90 day return period and you're shit out of luck. No, this is a relationship. This is I bring you good quality, top of the line, bright warning lighting, and if something happens, then I make it right for you. So one of the questions has been, well, where are you getting this stuff made? God's honest truth is being made in China. There's all sorts of different Chinese manufacturers out there. There's top of the line and there's garbage. It's just like anything. It's just like anything that we make in Canada, the US, there's top of the line and there's garbage. Again, I've been working with different manufacturers since 2022. I am bringing you the top of the line Chinese products that will outperform anything in the big box stores. And anybody who thinks they go to Napa or Traction or Action Van and Truck World and think that you're buying, like the Hella brand or the Enthuse or the different brands like that, those are all made in China. Hate to break it to you, if you look into it, they are. It just goes to show that there are good Chinese products out there. That is what I'm putting together. That is what I'm offering. That's what I'm backing with the no bullshit warranty. Or that might get blurted out. Looping back real quick, we talked about the big four companies that offer emergency warning lighting, and then I said basically the big five involving Phoenix, which is one of the brands that I do sell. Two major companies out there in the U.S. market that if you're into warning lighting, you've probably heard of. Strobes and More has been around for years, and Ultra Bright Lights, or UBL. Two phenomenal lighting providers in the U.S. market. There's another one actually called Swartera Warning Lights. They also sell Phoenix as well. But there's a lot of really good businesses out there that sell emergency warning lighting, but it's been hard to come across anybody in Canada that really specializes in that niche outside of the companies that sell the big four. So for instance, here in Ottawa, Battle Shield, out in Vars, they build police, fire, ambulance type vehicles. They sell Wayland and those sorts of products. They do installations. They're great. I've actually had one of my trucks outfitted by them in the past. But again, you're into that higher tier market, higher cost. I'm really here to serve the ma and pa companies, the smaller companies, even construction companies or towing companies out there that have their own shops. They can do their own installs, but you're looking for a higher quality, customized emergency warning light. That is really what I am here for. Volunteer firefighters got you covered with all the green, police, fire, paramedic, ambulance, whatever you want to call those types of emergency services. I've got you covered there. Snowplows, again, like everything is covered. I've really spent a lot of time customizing what I am offering. But what I'm really excited about is the world is really our oyster. If you go, Kerry, you got a lot of really sweet stuff, but it's really cool to have this light that functions this way or with these custom colors because that's what we use in this province or territory. Let me know. And if there's enough backing behind it to make it to come to fruition, I will put in an order. I will bring that and we will get that out to that market so you have exactly what you need. Your dream is very much my dream. And I very much just want this to be the latest, greatest, best Canadian business for emergency warning lighting, period. So we still proudly carry the Phoenix Industries line out of Texas. They've got some really cool, innovative stuff. I've actually installed a lot of their stuff on my demos and got a lot of construction companies that I worked for in the past to install their product on vehicles. It still comes at a premium price, but it comes with a kick-ass, big warranty on the back end, lots of functionality and features and that kind of stuff. But we're still offering their product, proudly offer it and hope that you consider it. But again, also offering our own Patrol Series line to offset the cost of some of the fancier stuff out there. There's nothing stopping you from still purchasing from other businesses in the States. The difference here is that I'm consuming the duties, I'm consuming the tariffs. The price you see on the store is the price you get. When it comes to product availability, the Strobe My Ride Patrol line series is in stock, ready to ship. Or at least if you guys don't clean me out the first few weeks, there's been a lot of interest so far. So I'm hoping that I've got enough to get out there and then we make another order. In terms of the Phoenix stuff, I don't stock a lot of it. They just have so many SKUs and so many unique products that fit specific vehicles and color combinations and that kind of stuff. So for the meantime, I'm not stocking a large amount of Phoenix. Phoenix is available. I've marketed it as a made to order type basis. You're looking at anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks to get it, depending on border delays and that kind of stuff. So if you're able to pre-plan and you want their product, I do have it. It's full warranty backed. I'm a full authorized dealer in Canada and happy to sell that to you. Another thing that comes free anytime you want to either make a purchase or you've made a purchase or however that looks, you've got my 10 years of law enforcement, you've got my 10 years of private fleet safety, and then you actually have maybe 4 to 5 years before that of me being that geeky nerd, Scouts Canada MedVent first responder kid that, well, actually used his allowance or whatever summer job I had at that point in time to buy a 6x4 John Deere Gator, slap a whole bunch of lights onto it and a siren. Mostly spent with my buddies on weekends putting this thing together because we were just a bunch of nerds and had nothing better to do. But yeah, we would buy emergency warning lighting, and back then I couldn't afford the nice fancy stuff, so I had a buddy back then that was selling. His name is actually the late Jean-Marc Bois from Intercept PSC here in Ottawa, and he would sell me whether it be the China Special or a demo that he had, and we just rigged this thing up. We rigged our personal vehicles up, and we used to have a lot of fun doing it. But you've got to combine 24, 25 years of emergency warning lighting experience, both buying it, installing it, using it, speccing it out. I've spec'd police vehicles, I've spec'd Department of Transportation highway vehicles, I've spec'd construction vehicles. So the one thing that you will always get is free knowledge, free advice. As you can tell, I've got a gift for gab. So if you have the time to dream about what that perfect build looks like and the different options and that kind of stuff, I'm the kind of guy you can shoot me a text, shoot me a WhatsApp, shoot me an email, give me a call. Now, if you're calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning, it better be to go for a pint because I do like my beauty sleep. But you will always get free advice. You're not going to be charged for me to recommend a build to you. I actually take pride and passion to put that together. So we talked briefly about the action van and truck worlds and the Napas and the Tractions that sell emergency warning lighting, and you think maybe it's made in the US or Canada, and I said, well, no, it's mainly made in China. Interesting enough, when I was building the product line that I wanted to bring in and actually put my logo stamp on or my brand, there's one light bar out there that a lot of construction companies, at least in the Ottawa area, have been buying. I'll throw a picture of it there in a second. But this thing is so overpriced. Like at the lowest level, these things are being marked up upwards of 70% by these big box stores. And I really don't like the look of this thing, but it's a great, entry level light bar. I've marketed it and branded it as the Patrol Mini Light, or there we go, Patrol Bar Mini Light. And this thing, it's good. It's better than the Amazon Special. There is fancier stuff out there. It's merely just an amber mini bar. But these places are selling it for like $219 Canadian. I'm throwing it out there for $130. I'll still be able to eat spam of a can at nighttime at those prices, but I'm not robbing your wallet. So that's just an example of, that's one product that I wanted to bring in. Even though I really don't like the look of it, I wanted to put it out there. I wanted to offer it for those that need an entry-level light bar, mini bar, just to show that, yeah, this is the exact same thing. You can Google reverse image search it. It's going to come up at all those big box stores, but I'm offering it to you for 70% less than what they are. So other than a bearded guy that's been yip-yapping for the last few minutes, what can you expect from the Strobe My Ride channel on YouTube and various other platforms? You can expect videos just like this that are pretty much unedited. The bloopers are just built in for free. The dry, sarcastic humor is just who I am. if you don't like what you see, well, you better not stick around, because I just speak from the heart. But basically what you're going to see on this channel is, you know, marketing of my brand, the Strobe My Ride Patrol Line series. You're going to see Phoenix products. You're going to see other products that we bring in and dream up along the way. You're going to see installs. You may, if you're on my social media platforms, you'll see that I picked up a 1989 Chevy K1500. I'll throw a picture up there in a second. Picked it up from a fire department, Cavan Monaghan Township volunteer fire department. This thing had been a fire rescue vehicle since day one, 36 years of its life. I picked it up at a government auction for pretty much next to nothing, with a whopping 84,000 original kilometers on it. Spent a lot of my time, sort of brought it as a hobby to fix it up and make it my own. And again, I'll throw a picture up there. That thing pretty soon is going to have a bunch of my my own brand warning lighting packages put onto it, along with Phoenix, and I'll share it with you. But you're going to see that truck in the making. You're going to see product demos. You know, I've started doing blogs on LinkedIn about different compliance and legislation, that kind of stuff. Just a spot to share everything, emergency warning lighting, maybe some funny shit along the way, because I like humor and I like sarcasm. If there's anything you want to see or that I can show you, drop a comment in the comment section below, and we'll do that. All right, well, we survived, or at least I did. I think I sweat more in this video with these lights pounding down on me and maybe some nerves than I did this morning when I worked out. But I appreciate each and every single one of you that has sat down and watched this. I promise I'll get better at not dragging out these videos. But if you did stick along or you watch part of it, do me a favor. And I've always watched YouTube videos, and this part sort of drove me nuts, but now I understand it. Just hit the like button, smash that subscribe button, leave a comment if you're willing to support this venture. But basically, you know, this is your opportunity to get emergency warning lighting in Canada at a fraction of the cost of what you've experienced before. It's an opportunity for you to watch me build a brand and a Canadian entrepreneurship business. I mean, quite honestly, I started watching Clarkson's farm there a while ago. If Mr. Clarkson can build a farm with absolutely zero experience and manage to raise animals and crops and that kind of stuff, I'm hopeful that, you know, I can run a decent entrepreneurial business, bring you some great products, and hopefully learn how to mount a TV on the wall at the proper height so you can see the whole logo. But thank you so much for following along. More videos to come, and I hope you all have a great, safe day. Remember, be seen, be safe, and take care. Bye-bye for now.